This is the 2023 Hyundai Palisade Limited Edition trim level, and in this video we'll take a look at it inside and out. My name is Joko, and welcome to Urban Auto Adventures. We notice a major upgrade from the previous models when it comes to the front grille design. As we can see with the Hyundai logo dead center, front-facing camera right below it, and a forward collision sensor down here. We also have an upgraded design in style of the daylight running lights. The turn signals are incorporated into the front grille, making them almost seamless and almost invisible when looking from afar. In the older models, the headlights were setting inside the front bumper, but in the newer model, in the 2023 model, it's been brought out and made flush with the front bumper. When it comes to the driver's side and passenger side of the vehicle, we don't notice any major differences, compared to the older models. We still have the same design on the side. The only differences maybe between trim levels. This is a limited edition, so it has a black trim guard. Here the calligraphy has a color that matches the body. We have 20-inch alloy wheels. We have a camera here on the side mirror with some LED turn signals here on the mirror as well. The entire door panel opens up as well. You don't get this part of the car dirty, so that stays clean. Back as well, it opens up wide enough for you to carry your child or take your child out of the back seat. We have 18.8-gallon fuel tanks. The 2023 Hyundai Palisade is 196.7 inches long. It's 77.8 inches wide, 68.9 inches tall. It has a wheelbase of 114.2 inches. Ground clearance minimum is at 7.9 inches and a turning diameter of 38.7 inches. This vehicle weighs at 5,871 pounds and has a payload capacity of 1,365 pounds and a towing capacity of 5,000 pounds. Again, looking at the back of it, we don't notice any major differences compared to the older models, except a few cosmetic changes. We have this stripe here with the reverse light included in it. In the older models, you have two lights on both sides, but other than that, not much else has changed on the back design of the Hyundai Palisade. This particular model comes also with a cover here to protect the bumper from scratches when you're loading and unloading stuff. The Palisade features a 291 horsepower V6 naturally aspirated 3.8 liter engine, which gives you 262 pound-feet of torque. It comes in an automatic 8-speed transmission and does 19 miles to the gallon in the city and about 24-25 miles per gallon on the highway, depending on the drivetrain. This one here is an all-wheel drive or an H-track, which gives 24 miles to the gallon on the highway, but the front-wheel drive gives 25 miles to the gallon. The interior has a really luxurious feel to it, even though it doesn't have the luxurious price tag. What I particularly like about Palisade, about Hyundais, and what they kept in this year model is the physical buttons for most of the controls. Yes, of course, we do have digital displays, but we do have also physical buttons to control our climate and most of the other features that the Palisade offers. What makes this vehicle, being a luxury vehicle without the actual luxury price is the following features. The features that I absolutely love and that I haven't seen in any other, lower end, so to say, below 100K production car. First up, head-up display. Yes, it's a normal thing that we can see in most cars nowadays. The head-up display, you can actually control what you see on your head-up display. You can see the map, you can see it also shows the blind spot. So whenever a car is in your blind spot, not only will you get a blind spot warning from your side mirror, but also on your head-up display, you'll get a sign that there is something in your blind spot. We have automatic windshield wipers with automatic high beam assist. The side mirrors, they're auto dimmable, they are heated, and you have also blind spot detection. The seats are not only heated and cooled, but they're also electronically adjustable. Not only that, you can also set the memory for 2 people, so that if you and your significant other drive the car, you can have your seat memorized, and that is just the driver's seat. The passenger seat doesn't have a memory, so just the driver's seat, it has memory for 2 drivers. And the cool thing about that is when you program your car, you can set up your own profile, so that when you choose your profile, everything adjusts according to that profile. So if I, let's say, drive the car, I will adjust my mirrors, my seats, my side mirrors, everything, pretty much all the settings in the vehicle will be adjusted to my liking. And when my significant other is driving the car, by pushing the button, for her or his seat, everything will get readjusted for their needs. So the mirrors, the settings, the every setting that they have set up will be automatically engaged by just pressing the button here, the setting for the seat, which is kind of a neat feature. Next, we have adaptive cruise control with lane keep assist. But not only that, we also have semi-automatic driving capabilities, which means that you can actually leave the car to fully drive itself, stay in the lane, take turns, overcome vehicles, but you still have to prompt it. If you want to pass a vehicle, you just have to do the turn signal, and the car will gently move to the passing lane, pass the vehicle. Then once you've passed the vehicle, you just give the turn signal, the car turns by itself. And like I said, it's semi-automatic driving, because you still have to pay attention on the road, and it doesn't follow the GPS or anything like that, like the Tesla does, where you have fully autonomous driving. No, it just stays in the lane. Yes, it does take curves, and I noticed that if you are going too fast and there's a sharp curve also coming, it does slow down a little bit. But what I noticed is that it has trouble with detecting the yellow line. Not necessarily detecting it, it detects it pretty good. But if you keep driving for long periods of time, in the left lane or in lanes where you have one white, one yellow line, the car will keep meandering back and forth, and will have trouble staying dead center in the lane, compared to when you have 2 white lines. And then you'll get a signal here on the dashboard, it's time for a coffee break, which, this is the car telling you, hey, listen, you're probably tired, maybe it's a good time to pull over and get some rest. But matter of fact, the car is tired, so it's kind of funny. But yeah, I noticed that it has some trouble with the yellow line. Maybe that could be fixed with a future firmware update. Who knows? I, again, prefer to have my hands close to the steering wheel, so that it doesn't have any, if there's potholes or if anything jumps on the road. Probably I have not tested. I don't want to test that, because, it's kind of dangerous, but better be safe than sorry. Also, another cool feature that, I'm sure that a lot of vehicles have is when you put it in reverse, the side mirrors, you can adjust them to tilt down and have the view that you want when you're reversing. And then when you put it back in drive, they go back to their normal position where you need them actually when you're driving. But that doesn't work if the side knob here is turned dead center. So the side knob where you adjust your mirrors needs to be turned towards the left or the right side of the mirror. If it's dead center and you put it in reverse, it won't work. But if you put it to one side and put it in reverse, then the mirrors will adjust. The Hyundai Palisade has a dual climate zone, which means that you can separately control the temperature in the front and in the back as well. But you can also obviously control the temperature in the back from the front. Any button that you push also comes up here on your front screen. And right below the climate control, we have our smart driver controls. We have 5 options to choose from. We have Smart, Sport, Comfort, Eco, and Snow. Next, we have nice and perforated, heated and ventilated leather seats. We have a nice carbon fiber touch to the center console, which opens with the push of a button. Then you just slide it, open up here, glove box compartment here. The screen is really responsive when it comes to, it feels almost like a phone screen. And you can also rearrange any of the apps in any way that you want. And then also you have the menu here in the in your dashboard, which is a fully electronic, fully digital menu. So anytime you change the drive modes, you also have a change of the overall, user interface. The mirrors have cameras on the side, so every time you do a turn signal, you have left, you have right. And due to the fact that this car has mirrors all around, you do have a 360 view of the car as well. And the cool thing is you can zoom in and zoom out, and you have different options or different views. So this is a tow hitch view, which, if you're hooking something up, you can have a better overview. And then you can view here just through the side mirrors, the cameras on the side mirrors, or you can have it, looking back with the back camera. And another cool feature is that you also have a 3D render of your vehicle. Unfortunately, white is the only color that Hyundai Palisade have in the 3D rendering. Now, it just so happens that my car is a white car as well, but if you have a black or any other color, this model will still be white, so that's kind of a bummer. But you have a nice view, and the cool thing is, if you turn the wheels here turn as well. If you move forward, the wheels here will turn as well, which is kind of cool. But now let's take a look at the second and third row. The second row is really, really comfortable. The Palisade features 2 captain chairs. The Limited and the Calligraphy come with ventilated and heated seats here in the back, which you can control here. And like I said, since it has dual climate controls, you can also control your climate on this side here as well. You also have a 12-volt adapter and a 12-volt power outlet here actually. And what I particularly like is the safety feature, so that, if you have little kids, so they don't poke around here and hurt themselves, you gotta turn the whole thing here and then you can plug it in. Plenty of USB-C connections here if you want to charge your phone. You have one on the passenger side, one on the driver's side. Harman Kardon speakers with 2 cup holders each on both sides. You also have a screen, a window screen on both sides. You have the 2 screens, which is like an additional layer of privacy. I'll leave them open for now. Plenty of space here. The seat can move forward and back, depending on how much space you need. And there's also side pockets here in the seat for if you want to store, some cables or whatnot. There's also plenty of storage here. You can put your phone here. Since this is my daily driver, I also put this so that, I can have some additional storage instead of having everything here behind the driver. On top, we also have this wide open glass sunroof, which unfortunately it doesn't open, but at least, it is here and the cover is controlled from the front there. The space behind me, as you can see, right now the seats are down, but the Hyundai Palisade has a 3rd row seats, and let's see how that works. Setting up the 3rd row is very easy. You've got buttons here with which you actually control the 2nd and the 3rd row. The Limited Edition, you can only raise and lower the 3rd row seats, but only lower the 2nd row. You have to manually raise, the seats. On the Calligraphy, I believe you can raise both 2nd and 3rd row electronically. But all you do is actually with a push of a button. You push it once, and it does its thing. And then you just push the other one. And if you want to lower them, you just push these 2 buttons again. If you don't have kids or, a smaller family and don't necessarily need the 3rd row, you just put them down like that. Now, if you want to put down the 2nd row as well, again, all you do is just push and hold. And now you have this huge space that you can actually fit a queen size mattress inside there, which is, says something. But let's put up the seats and sit on the third row and see how that feels. Entering the third row is as easy as pushing a button on the seat so it can move forward, and then just enter. Now, this definitely does not feel comfortable if you have to sit like that for, a longer road trip, but for the regular urban driver, this is absolutely fine. I am 5'10", and there is plenty of space, to move the seat forward so I can extend my feet even more. Got a speaker here. We have another USB-C charging port here. You can recline the seat if you want to, for more comfort. And there is also heated seats in the back as well. This right here is an ultrasonic sensor device, which actually senses, say you are in the car, you exit the car and you forgot your kid, your dog, or any living creature in the car. Once you lock the car and there's somebody inside, this will sense it and will actually sound the alarm of the car so that, you don't forget your kid. Don't forget your kids inside the car, especially not in the summer. But to exit from the back, it's simple. You just push this button, seat moves forward, and now you can move out. All right, so this basically concludes our video for today. Hope you like what you saw. Make sure you like and subscribe down below and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any future updates. My name is Joko. This is Urban Auto Adventures, and I'll see you in the next one.